right, I am so hyped for episode 8 tonight. So I finally saw trailer 2 and trailer 3, which of course caused me to come up with some new theories and ideas. So I'm gonna go over my top 8 ideas about what's gonna happen in episode 8. So first of all, I think it's gonna open up with Agatha. It's gonna open up with the backstory of Agatha, who she is and what happened. Now, how Disney Plus Marvel MCU is dealing with this. I recently came across an entry for Agatha Harkness of the Ultimates universe 1610, and wow, I'm thinking that MCU is going to be a mix of 616 and 1610 going on here. Now in 1610, this is where the whole pre-Atlantean concept of her comes from, that she's not even human. She's a race of monsters that literally inspired the Greek stories of the Hydra. And in fact, she is the great destroyer of Atlantis. Now, fast forward to the 21st century, she takes human form, Agatha Harkness, who looks a lot more like Han than Han looks like 616 Harkness. And she infiltrates S.H.I.E.L.D. as a psychiatrist. And it's here that she makes the Seven, the Ultimates version of the Salem Seven. And she does this all under the nose of her superiors. And actually, the Seven end up engaging in the Fantastic Four, the Ultimates Fantastic Four, several times. But I'm not sure where that's going for WandaVision. But the rest of that, yeah. So what if Agatha, this is a mix of the two of them, and Agatha is this creature, is this Hydra-like creature in reality that was hiding in S.H.I.E.L.D., or in this case, S.W.O.R.D. Or maybe they just took the 616 Agatha and used the idea that she hid as a psychiatrist. Now, in the comic books, during Civil War, Iron Man talks Spider-Man, this is going somewhere, talks Spider-Man into revealing his identity. Well, ultimately that causes a whole bunch of problems for him, for Aunt May, for everyone. Doctor Strange eventually erases the entire world's memory of this. So it's been set up in the MCU that a magician, a magic user, a sorcerer supreme, master of the mystic arts, sort of character can do this on a planetary scale. So what if she was working there at S.W.O.R.D., erased everyone's memory, which is why Wu has no information of her on the bulletin board, because everything has been erased from everyone's memory and from computer files and everything about Agatha, right? So she, as a psychiatrist, put all this in Wanda's head. And Wanda, and I see, this is also leading into the fact that, not only do I think that we're going to see the Seven, we're going to see Salem 7 in this episode, we're going to see this origin for Agatha. It's going to touch into Salem. We know that from still shots. So yeah, it's going to be a mix of 616 and 1610 Agatha Harkness. We're going to see, from Wanda's point of view, of Wanda stealing Vision's body. And again, this is all because of Agatha getting into her head as a psychiatrist or some sort of, psychiatric specialist associated with S.W.O.R.D. We are going to see, okay, this is huge. So in trailer 2 and 3, we don't see, but we have a VO, we have a voiceover that says, Dr. Richards. Earth to Dr. Richards. So I imagine that this is all confirmation that Reed Richards was the engineer, and we're going to see Reed Richards. Now, this is really exciting because me and Tommy V predicted this years ago during the Infinity War and Endgame video that we did. We predicted that Marvel Phase 4 would literally be Fantastic Phase 4. Because it makes sense. And at that time, they didn't even have the rights back, but we just knew that whatever was going to go on, Disney was going to acquire those rights back one way or the other. Because it makes sense. Phase Fantastic 4. It does. Now, I say this also because we've confirmed that the villain in Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania is going to be Kang the Conqueror, who is a descendant of Reed Richards. And we have unconfirmed reports that Doctor Doom will be the villain in Black Panther 2. So Marvel Phase 4 is literally Fantastic Phase 4, but they wanted to surprise us with it instead of just blurting it right out in our face. So that's completely awesome. The big bad behind Agatha will be revealed. It will be Nightmare is my prediction. I still am going with Shuma Gorath as an ultimate villain, but I'm not sure if he's going to be revealed yet. I think that is going to be the reveal in the end credits scene of episode 9. But we're talking about episode 8 here right now. Now, will Mark Hamill be playing Nightmare? I hope so. I really do. Disney loves Mark Hamill. The fans love Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill loves the fans. It's a win-win for everyone. Mark Hamill loves to work. I mean, yeah. And he did the voice for Nightmare already. If it's not him, why did they not pick him? But no, I still maintain what I said in the other video. It's not going to be Al Pacino. Moving on, we have, so Vision. I hate to say this, but Vision's being deactivated. Destroyed. Destroyed, no, he's being unmade. So I think that Vision is going to free Wanda from Agnes, like he's apparently done before. Again, we don't know how much of that is Agnes or Nightmare allowing him to believe he has that ability. So moving forward with the thought that he does have the ability, I think he's going to free Wanda or her love of Vision or a combination of the two is going to free Wanda from this. And that is going to piss off Agatha and or Nightmare so much, they're just going to take him away. He's going to be deactivated. He's going to drop. That's it. Now, will this reveal? Like, I'm still thinking that maybe Wanda had to meld him with someone to bring him back to life because, as she said, you cannot bring the dead back to life. And will that reveal Simon Williams? Maybe. Wow. WandaVision is just laying the path for everything in Phase 4 if that's the case. Okay, hold on. Monica is going to be involved in fighting with the Salem 7. We're going to see more powers from Monica. She's going to be discovering more of her powers, and a lot of them she's going to be discovering, I think, is like reactionary, just that she reactionarily discovered that she could repel Wanda's ability to repel her, so to speak, stopping it in midair. And we're going to reveal more of her light-based spectrum powers that she has. That leads me right into Quicksilver. Quicksilver, I honestly believe, is the Fox Quicksilver. I'm still maintaining that. That's who he is. He has momentarily been freed of the control because they can only have, Agatha and Nightmare can only maybe have so many control, so many people, so much, which is why some of them seemed in a rut. Some of them seemed like they were stuck in a loop, so to speak, glitching, right? So, yes, I think he is going to end up being the real Quicksilver that we know from the Fox movie franchise. And together, him and Monica are going to end up fighting the Salem 7 and Wanda and everyone at that point. And this is where Vision is going to free Wanda. I believe that Monica and Quicksilver are going to fall, not necessarily die, but they are definitely going to fall in battle. And that is going to lead directly into my other prediction that this show is going to continue to blow everyone's mind because as it is nearing the end, we are going to see Magneto rip through reality to get to his son. It wouldn't make sense. If this is the real Fox, Peter Maximoff, it doesn't make sense that no one would miss him. They just let it happen. Doesn't make sense at all. I went through a lot already. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is I'm sorry to say I have no idea what is possibly going to end up with Darcy. I wish I could, but there's so many other things in my mind. I can't process what's going on with Darcy stuck at the crossroad with the kids walking back and forth, where that's going from there. But Hayward and Sword are going to launch a massive attack to get inside Westview. This attack is going to fail, and it's going to fail miserably. This attack is going to coincide with everything that's going on inside, with the battle with the Salem 7 and with eventually Magneto ripping reality apart. They're going to fail miserably. It is going to be revealed that Hayward is either AIM or Hydra. I go back to Hydra. I know I said the opposite thing yesterday, but I go back to Hydra because if Agatha is the 1610, the 1610 Agatha Harkness, in any way, in shape, and form, and she is this Hydra-like creature called the Tan-Ed Drool, then she is a Hydra. So therefore, Hayward is Hydra. Maybe he is AIM, and AIM has been absorbed by Hydra at this point. It could very well be that he's some capacity both. But if she is this Hydra-like monster, then Hayward is Hydra. If she is not, then he is AIM. But that's still going to be secret. It's not going to be revealed, so to speak, publicly to the other agents and everything there. I think that after the failed attempt, that's when Doctor Strange appears in the end credits scene. Because now everything has caught his attention, especially with an extra-dimensional being ripping into this dimension, which is exactly how he detected Odin and Loki and Thor. That's already been established. So now he detects Magneto doing the same thing. And that's when he comes to Westview. He sees that Sword has failed, and he opens a portal through it for him and them. And that is the end credit scene and how it's going to end. So what do you think? What are your thoughts? What did I leave out? Who did I leave out? Let me go over my list again. I don't see anything I forgot from this. What do you think? I can't wait to see this episode.